Okay, we are live. Okay, so hello Rocketeers. Welcome to another Rocket Hub exclusive webinar with one of the great D partners, Incogniton. So it is like if I mention in good terms, this is one of the best anti-detect browsers software in the whole world. So it's very lucky that we at Rocket Hub were able to get Incogniton to launch and for a limited period of time with a limited number of codes. So from Incogniton, we have Niels, who's the co-founder. So thank you, Niels, and for taking out time and attending the webinar today. Welcome to the session.
Thank you, Karan, for the nice introduction. Thank you so much for the invite as well. I will introduce myself. My name is Niels. I'm one of the co-founders of Incogniton. A company which we founded in the end of 2019. We launched in 2020. And yeah, we started with Incogniton because we already working in online business for several years. And we were using one of our competitors, which was quite expensive for us. And we were just those young guys who said, okay, we can do it better. We can make a more user-friendly tool. Okay, let's go ahead, let's do it. And then we started to build with Incogniton. And we went live in April 2020. I think the COVID pandemic was one of the best things which could happen for us because we were completely dedicated in building the product and we were in lockdown. So the only thing we could do was working. I think we are now established name in the business. And we are, I think, one of the top 3 anti-detect browsers in the business. And I think in terms of size, in the amount of users, we might be the biggest one because we have a really good starter package. So that's just about us.
Perfect. I think that's amazing. Within 3 years, you were able to get to that level, which showcases that the amount of work which has gone into developing the software and the people using it on a daily basis, right? Which is like you're actually saving like 500,000 people from getting their account bans. So that's a noble work, and I think you're doing amazing. So Niels gets deep dive into Incogniton and how the software works from you creating your own profile, from connecting a proxy and then launching your first browser profile through Chromium. So and how people can actually get proxy deals from Incogniton. And let's talk about the software and let's have a short demo. After that, we'll certainly have questions from people who are attending because we had a few good questions, so we can even answer those, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah. Okay. Incogniton is an anti-detect browser. Okay. If you've never heard of it, then you think, okay, what is it and why do I need it? The software is a tool which actually covers all your digital fingerprints. For example, you are working with Facebook and you need to manage multiple ad accounts or one of your accounts gets suspended. With Incogniton, you avoid that those accounts can be linked to each other. And why is that? Because Incogniton is not only a browser, a program that provides browser profiles, but it's also a tool that also generates the other hardware and other fingerprints that are visible to websites. For example, a really important fingerprint which is visible for websites is proxies. Proxies can be attached in Incogniton. We don't provide them. You need to buy them separately, but you can easily configure them into Incogniton. And with this, your browser fingerprint is completely different than your actual device. You can also, for example, spoof geolocation. If you're located in the United States and for a certain reason you want to be visible as a European resident, you can buy a proxy from that location and it will look like you are a European resident. And that's what you can achieve with Incogniton.
Perfect. Perfect. Can we like show individuals how you do it from your end so they can actually see the software?
Yes, I will do. I will share my screen.
Perfect.
Let's see. Are you sure you made me the host, because I'm not able to share?
You can share it now. I think it's allowed for you to share.
Yeah, now I can.
Perfect.
Will. Okay, here we have the tool. Yeah, this is the user interface of the application. I just created 2 browser profiles, one with a proxy and one without proxy. There's no certain need to attach a proxy to your browser profile, but if you want your location to be not visible, or you want to change to use a different geolocation, then you will need a proxy. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, we launched the browser profile. Hopefully this one is still working, because I haven't used the proxy. As you can see, the browser profile looks like it's from United Kingdom, but our company is actually located in Amsterdam. And with this, you can create unlimited browser profiles and configure it with a proxy according to your needs. And you can work in a team as well. For example, we have a team management functionality. You can let your team members join. For example, if you're working in a team of 10 marketeers, it might be very helpful if you can manage the same browser profiles. No need to share any credentials anymore. You just can use it. You only need access to the Incogniton area. Other interesting features which we have recently added is a cookie collector. An important thing about the reliability of our browser profile is having cookies in it. And with the cookie collector, you can automatically generate those cookies. You can, for example, load from a list of most visited websites. And when you start using the cookie collector, it will automatically generate cookies. This means that it just automatically opens the browser profile and goes to that website and click on some pages of that website. And with this, you generate cookies. We usually advise customers to use this functionality to warm up their browser profiles. Another interesting feature is that you can add bookmarks, but you can also add extensions to your browser profiles easily with the extension management tool. This can be done here. You can just add them from the Chrome store. You need to fill in the link from the Google Chrome store, and then you can add an extension to your browser profile. And this is the area where you can set your pre-saved browser extensions. Okay. I think that's what Incogniton is in just a nutshell. If you have any specific questions about certain features, please drop them in the chat and I will try to answer them.
Perfect. Can we show people how a profile is created, like from scratch? And
Oh, sure. I don't have a proxy right now, but I will show creating a browser profile without proxy. The first thing is you can create a single browser profile, which is just only one browser profile, but you can also create in bulk. With this, you can create, for example, 100 profiles in just a few clicks, and you just don't need to click time by time to create a single browser profile. Okay, let's go ahead with creating a single browser profile. we click on the button Create Single. We can name the profile. We name it Rocket Hub Demo 3. Okay, you can assign it to a group. For example, you have a group for social media or Facebook or any other platform. You can create groups according to your own wishes. Then you could set an operating systems. The next thing is we go to the tab Proxy. You can assign several types of proxies. For example, HTTP, SOCKS4, and SOCKS5. And in this case, we create a browser profile without proxy. Usually, the browser data is set based on the proxy input. This means a proxy gives you a certain geolocation, and the Incogniton browser profile is configured based on the proxy input. You can also add the extensions, or you can also, add additional media devices. For example, if you want to increase or decrease that because you need a certain parameter, you can change it according to your needs. You can also do some other more technical adjustments to your browser profile, but we usually advise to just keep the standard configuration as though that's the most reliable one. And if you already have cookies available, then you can import cookies into your browser profile. For example, if you buy a Facebook aged account, and you can import the cookies from that account, and you can import them here, and they will be automatically added to your browser profile. Cookies can be imported in several formats. Okay, now we hit the button Create Profile. Once again, I want to mention we don't have a proxy attached, but usually you attach a proxy to your browser profile. Okay, now we hit the button Rocket Hub Demo 3. We start the browser profile. We now have total of 3 browser profiles. And as you will see, as we don't have a proxy convert, you will see my actual location, which is in the Netherlands. But if I had a proxy attached from whatever location you want, you can change your geolocation, and websites such as Facebook will detect it as that location.
Got it. So yeah, I think if you have, and before we move on to the next set of features, can you showcase people from where can they get proxies, or what proxies do you recommend they should buy?
We have mentioned some suppliers on our website. And I personally prefer the ones from IP Royal because it needs to load properly. But I prefer the ones from IP Royal because those have a really high reliability rate, and they are pretty cheap. This one loads properly. I also advise to use residential proxies. Those have the highest reliability rate. We mentioned some suppliers here. From my perspective, I think the ones from Bright Data and IP Royal are the best. The ones from IP Royal are a bit cheaper, and their quality is a little bit less than Bright Data, but it's still really good. But if you want to go for the best quality, you need to take the ones from Bright Data, but they are a little bit more expensive.
Got it. So people can just go ahead and use these links, I think.
Yeah.
And IP Royal is one of the best.
Yeah. And also we have prepared integrations.
Correct. Yeah, let's talk about that. Like, you have some native integrations as well, built into Incogniton, and there are some of them which you can have direct integration as well.
No, I was just with integrations. I meant that we have created some guides how to set
Got
up a certain proxy supplier with Incogniton. And you are meaning that you can automatically connect a certain proxy supplier to Incogniton. Yeah, maybe if people have questions about that, we can explain that, but I think that's more for the technical savvy people. If you're just a regular user, then you will need to configure the proxies like this way or in bulk with the bulk creator.
Got it. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Few people had a question about how do they import extensions? I mean, do they just copy the link and paste it? And then if you can give an example of adding an extension and opening inside a browser profile, that will be helpful.
Yes, I can show you. Let's go to the Google Chrome Store extension, Google Translate. Now let's pick another one. Chrome extension store. Everything. Okay, we go to the Chrome Web Store. I'm not sure. We go to add Tabbycat. I never heard of them, but okay, let's do that. We just copy this,
Okay.
the URL from the Google Chrome Store.
Mm-hmm.
We shut down the browser profile. We add them in. You can do it via several methods. If you're going to use this extension frequently, then you can do it best via browser management and general extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can just add it here. Okay, now this extension is added. We go back to home and we are going to add it to the browser profile, and we're gonna do it like this. Add selected, and we're gonna hit update profile. If it's an extension which you're not going to use very frequently, you can also copy it in the browser profile. But if you're going to use the extension for multiple profiles, it's more efficient to just have them saved as a pre-saved extension. You can also add extensions in bulk.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. We now added the extension.
Mm-hmm.
We hit start, and it should be added. Here we have this extension installed. You can see it here as well. Tabbycat. I'm not sure what it does, just a random extension, but for example, people use a lot MetaMask wallet, then you will see it pop up and the extension gets active.
Correct. So all of the extensions which don't work well on the normal Chrome browser, people can use it securely on this browser as well, right? So which means
Custom
it's not.
extensions. Yeah, custom extensions can be added as well. We created a guide how to do this, but if you get stuck because every custom extension might their own configuration, then you can always send us an email to help@incogniton.com, and we will be happy to be able to assist you. But yeah, you can also upload them by yourself by following the steps from the help doc. But if you get stuck, we are here to help you.
Got it. Makes sense. All right. So, people, when we posted about it, so people mentioned, like, do we use Firefox? We use the Brave browser. If we use that, then what can we use Incogniton for? Like, if we have to save ourselves from being banned. So can you let them know the difference between using anti-detect browser and using the normal browser, which even Brave is? Brave just saves you from certain tracking, but they don't save you from getting banned.
Yeah, you're still, your hardware parameters are the same, and also your IP and geolocation remains the same. So if you need to manage multiple profiles, yeah, then it's not the way you need to do it. And also you cannot share it within your team because the browser profile is only available on one device. And with Incogniton, you can share it between devices.
Got it. Makes sense. And so how are we, if you can have one more question answered. I have a list of questions where people have asked, so we can address them live. How are we kind of, different from multi-login and co-login and all these competitors out there, which I think one of you were inspired from. So what do you think that is our use case, our USP?
I think the software is more user-friendly. It's really easy to work with, and other competitors, they might add it. Yeah, they made it a little bit difficult, and if you need to get more involved into the product to be able to use it. So yeah, that's one reason. I think another reason is that we are also have a really good support team. Most of the questions are handled by Rens and Niels, which are the co-founders, and that's because we want to stay really close to our customers, and we also made a lot of improvements to the application so that people don't need the support team that often. For example, if you get an error message, you will be linked to the help doc. You don't need to ask support for which help doc do I need. No, you will be directly forwarded to the right help doc. So that's another reason. And I think we are also located in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, in Europe. So we have located in a reliable country. And I think some of the other competitors, I don't want to make anyone mad, but they are located in countries where I don't want to have my data stored. But that's just my personal opinion. And I think that's also maybe a reason why people prefer us. And I think we also are quite big, so we have so many users. So if somebody asks for an improvement, it will be added. And yeah, because of the amount of users, we get a lot of new insights from our users. So yeah, I think that's what makes us a good solution.
Of course. I think that's a fair answer. And I think people already recognize it because many of them are using it. So they have given like a good review already. So which has helped like blow up the traffic and sales as well. Amazing. So another question was about using Incogniton on multiple devices, right? So they can be installed on multiple computers, right? And so there are no limits in terms of installing them on certain devices, or there is a limit on devices.
You can install it on as many devices as you want. You only need to have your credentials and to be able to sign in, or you need to have access to a team member account, and your browser data will be synced to all those devices. For example, if I close the browser profile on my device, it will be available on another device with exactly the same stored data in it.
Got it. Another question was, would it be possible to open the Chromium browser without opening the Incogniton application?
No, you need to open the application to be able to open a browser profile.
Makes sense. This is very, I think, interesting use case, interesting question. So someone asked about how to change the browser's default language. If they create the profile and open the browser, it automatically sets the language for the country they are in, and they don't know how to change it back to other, like for example, English or Dutch. So they have tried adding a language in the settings, but that doesn't seem to work for them.
The first thing which you need to know is that the language is automatically set based on the proxy input. For example, if you have an Arabic proxy,
Correct.
then the language of the browser profile will be automatically changed to Arabic. But if you want to adjust it, you can easily do it. It's usually configured fail language based on IP, which means proxy. You just need to disable it, and you can change it to the language that you prefer. You with many of them. All the languages which are available in Chrome are actually available in this as well. Okay, keep it on English because I only know Dutch and English, but if you want to change it, you can do it via this way.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think this is what they were asking for and they couldn't find it. So cool. Okay, we have a question from someone. They're asking about, hi, would you talk about the automation capabilities using Selenium and Puppeteer?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
I can give some basic explanation about it. And if you have any questions, specific questions, please send us a message because Rens can help you to set up the code, or if you need any advice in it. Rens will be able to help you better than I can. If you want to set up automation, you can do this via this way. You have a Selenium port. We also have an API which you can connect to Incogniton. The basic automation docs are on our website. We have the API docs, which are this is for via automation via an API. We just created some general calls and we implemented, and you can just copy them and paste them. With this, you can automate certain handling, such as adding a profile, updating a profile, delete profile, but also actions related to cookies, for example, deleting, adding, or getting the cookie details. Regards to Selenium, I need to find the doc. We have prepared a doc about Selenium here, but if you have any specific questions, please drop them via mail, because every use case when people work with automation is very, very specific. And it's better to have them handled in mail.
Got it. Makes sense. That's good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is something which people are asking about is, does it have the feature for cookie or request manipulation like tamper def?
Sorry, can you rephrase that question one more time?
I think it was about cookie manipulation, like tamper def. Does Incogniton do that?
No, I'm not really familiar what it exactly does, but I need to get back onto that question because I'm not sure what I haven't heard about them. I can drop them later in the Facebook group of Rocket Up.
Perfect, sure. So what's next in the roadmap for Incogniton? Like, what are you guys working on? And for the what's your roadmap, new features and stuff? So let the community know about that.
We have a really cool feature in the next update, which is the synchronizer. A synchronizer is some kind of automation which makes a user able to perform an action in a browser profile, and it will be automatically copied to other browser profiles. For example, if you sign up for Facebook or you click somewhere in a browser profile, those actions can be copied and they will be also performed in the other browser profiles. And today we had a good news that the first beta is working. So I think we need 2 more weeks of adding it to the application and the user interface, and then we will launch that update. We are also working on a tagging system, for example, dividing tasks to a browser profile, or giving orders to a browser profile. And this feature is mostly interesting if you're working in a team, so you can divide the tasks between the team, and also the status of the browser profile. And besides that, we also have plenty of small features, such as more possibilities to export cookies, some other user interface improvements. I think we have a list of like 50 things which we want to add or improve. And it's also what we are also working on in a survey. We send it to our users and we ask them, okay, what kind of features do you guys need? And based on that input, we say we're going to start on that one, or we're going to start on that feature. And also the regular browser updates, we are working on that as well, and we will launch the most recent version, I think maybe also in a couple of weeks. That's something which we do periodically.
Perfect. All right, so I think we are almost there. So there was one question, I think it's regarding someone purchased a VPS, okay, and they want to create some Facebook profiles on the VPS for automation purposes. So they were wondering what type of proxies they should use to create Facebook profiles. Would the cheap $1 proxies work from a company like Instant Proxies or similar services? And how many Facebook profiles should they create per proxy? They had this question.
I think the best is only one proxy per profile, because if a certain proxy gets blocked or flagged, then the other ones will be banned as well. Sometimes not, but mostly they will be banned as well, because they are in the same IP. So people think, okay, it's the same household. We need to suspend their accounts as well. The cheaper proxies, you can try it by yourself. We always advise, we are not a proxy supplier, and we always advise test it by yourself. You can test multiple suppliers and see which one works the best for you. But I know one thing, and having good proxies is really, really important, because some proxy suppliers say that your proxy is dedicated, which means you're the only user of the proxy, but they actually sold the proxy to multiple people. And if that other guy is also using it for Facebook and you do as well, and he gets banned, then you will have the same problem. And that's why it's really, really important to have a reliable proxy supplier.
Okay, perfect. Cool. I think that makes sense. I think that's what we had. So before we wrap it up, what can you there are a few people who didn't even understand what Incogniton does. Like, we had some questions where some people asked, can you tell us, like, we are from the 5th grade. So if you had to explain Incogniton to a 5th grader or to an 8th grader, how would you make them understand the importance and value of it? So because a lot of people are not tech savvy, and they don't understand when they're browsing the internet. And if you can even share some, let's say 5 use cases for different industries they can use them for, that will clear up a lot of crowd, and people would recognize that they required this.
Okay, I will share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, just in a few words, Incogniton is a tool which makes you able to manage multiple browser profiles devices from one application. So if you, you need to see it as multiple computer devices only managed from one user interface. I think that's the most easy way to describe it. The reason why people need it, for example, if you're a digital marketing agency, you will need it to work in a team. You are working on multiple ad accounts, you're working on the same customer accounts, and you don't want to share the credentials to everyone. And then, you can create an incognito browser profile. Someone is managing the access, and other people can access it via the tool. So that's one use case, but also for affiliate marketing, some deals are only available in certain locations. For example, in Europe, a deal is available in Europe and not in the United States. You can add a proxy and it looks like you're in Europe, so you can get a deal and work as an affiliate for that deal. Also, what you can do is price comparison. Another use case, sometimes prices might differ based on the geolocation where you're located. For example, something is like $100 on Amazon in Brazil, but is $200 in the United States. And you can make advantage of it by buying products from multiple locations, so you can start start to sell with it. Another use case which came up recently is OnlyFans management. This is that a model hires chatters. Chatters are people that are sending messages for the model, and they do that via Incogniton. They log into their account, and they let the team members access their account via Incogniton, so they don't need to share their credentials and all those information, but they can safely manage their chatters. And if they are getting fired for certain reasons, they just can kick the team account out, and they can start working with a new chatter. And that's also a use case why people need Incogniton. But it can be plenty of use cases. Anything which has to do with needing a different location or need to manage multiple profiles, it might be a use case for Incogniton.
Cool. All right. And I think e-commerce is a big use case, right? Because they're running stores, they're running ads at the same time.
Yeah.
So if anything stops them, all of the businesses, they will be stopped. If ads is not running, they won't be able to sell much. If the store has been flagged from the marketplace, then they won't be able to run the store. I think e-commerce might be a very big chunk of your customer base.
I think that's the biggest one. Many e-commerce people that are selling on Amazon, eBay, or any other platform are using Incogniton, because indeed, if a website or a shop gets flagged, you can divide the risk when you use Incogniton. You can divide the risk by creating multiple accounts, multiple profiles, multiple stores. And if a certain store gets restricted for a certain reason, can be because of refunds, can be because of can be every reason, then you can just start working on a different store because you have multiple stores.
Okay. Yep, makes sense. And I think with that we come to the end. Before you go, if you have any last words for the community, and if you want to tell them anything, you can do it.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be able to be on Rocket Hub. It's a pleasure. It gives us a lot of new insights. It's also the main reason why we decided to do this placement. And it's also really cool to hear stories about people that haven't heard about the tool or and the tech browser, and okay, I might need it. So that's also why I want to invite people. If you have any questions or you just want to share your feedback or you want to share your thoughts, you can send me a message always to niels@incogniton.com, and I will be really happy to discuss, to get in touch with you.
Cool. Perfect. So again, thank you so much, everyone. And the deal is still live on Rocket Hub. So go ahead. The discount is going on, will end on this Sunday, midnight Eastern. So go ahead and grab that, because post that, the deal will end like next month. But that will kind of give you the that security saving which you wanted, because it's a very valuable software to have in your arsenal. So make sure that you go ahead and grab the deal. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much, Niels, for your time. It was great.
Yeah,
For you, I think it's evening at your side.
yeah, it's
So I
evening. It's
think,
time to go for dinner.
yep, time to go and have fun. So
Thank you. Have a
go
nice day.
ahead.
Thank you for attending.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Niels. All right, everyone. Bye bye. Take care and have a great day.